you better stop. Oh, you better stop. Oh, you better stop. Oh, you better stop.
Hey guys, I'm Summer. Welcome to my channel. Today is more so a girl talk episode video, and it's more so about breast reductions. A lot of people have questions. I see my camera moving. That ain't funny. It's about my experience and answering you guys' questions, because a lot of people have questions about breast reductions, and once I bring it up, they're just like, oh, you had one? Can you tell me about it? So I might as well make a video about it. Also, because just 3 days ago was my 1 year anniversary. So June 20th, 2018, I got my boobs reduced. I kept it a little bit of a secret for a while, but after a while, I was just kind of like, I got smaller boobs. Yay, you know. So I actually wrote down the questions because the questions were on Instagram, and I posted it a while back, so they're obviously gone. So I wrote it down, and I'm going to answer some of it, and also try my best to explain my experience as well. Anything else? Oh, I also do not have pictures. I feel bad about that. I didn't take before or after pictures, and I have to go to the doctor and get my yearly checkup on my breast. So yeah, excuses, whatever. Anyway, so let's begin somewhere. Does insurance cover the reduction? Yes, it does. It depends on your insurance. Insurance is doing, and also the state you live in. Insurance does a great job covering breast reductions nowadays, especially if you're around your teens, 16, 18 years old. They prefer for you to be 18, but if you're 16, that's fine too. What else? Like I said, it also depends on the insurance you have, but for the most part with me, it covered mostly everything. So you'll be fine with that. How does your back feel? In the very beginning, my back and shoulders were a mess. Stop. My back and shoulders were a mess. My posture sucked. This is a mess. Okay. My posture sucked, and I feel hunched over. My back hurt. Like with most girls who have big boobs, their back starts to hurt, and that's not really a good feeling. And sagging, and it's a lot of weight. But once I got my boobs done, it felt like weight off my shoulders. Literally, it was literally weight off, and you get to feel more at ease. Like there's less off your back. It's really relaxing. So my back feels great. It's a great thing to go through personally. If this camera don't stop, I know y'all see that moving. Okay, we're gonna try everything in our power just to keep it up. Okay, whatever. I recommend going to the doctor every chance you can get. All the time, just complaining. And the more you complain, the quicker you could probably get the process done. And then you get to see the surgeon, have a consultation, and then everything will be done. That's my recommendation. How bad was the pain after the procedure? Okay. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It's really not that bad. I'm gonna say after day 2, you're fine. You feel a little bit better. You're still taking the little medicine they give you. After the first week and you're on to your second week, you feel way better and you can do more. However, you can't lift your arms over your head yet, so you can't do this, but you can do this and keep it at that. And that's just for about roughly a month. Once you get to month 3, you're fine. The healing process is a lot of bed rest for basically a whole month. Basically, you gotta do light work. I don't recommend going to work for a while. So if you're in college, I recommend doing it over summer break or doing it on winter break where you have a lot of time. If you plan on taking winter classes, but you also want your breast reduction, choose one or the other, because it's a lot going on unless you're taking classes online. Because I know a lot of people who's asking me. I know a lot of people who are asking me are in college, so I recommend, choosing a great time that you can just have a month to yourself and to heal, because that's exactly what you need. So, besides how long it takes, the pain, honestly, like right after the procedure, wasn't too bad, but it hurt. It hurt a lot. It hurt a little bit. It's a little uncomfortable because first off, you have this surgical bra on, and then you have this wrap on. So you have the little wrap on, and on top of that, you have these things still in your boobs, like under your breast, that pumps out all this extra juices or whatever. Or I don't really remember what it was, but to pump out some stuff, and you gotta fill the pumps up occasionally, and then you have to put the wrap back on. Now that's the thing. You have to have the wrap on for a while, only for like a week or two, and that's what I mean by you have to stay in bed. You have to get your rest in, because that's very important for your healing process. Also, you have to, you know, take your time. Like, don't rush into moving around or anything, because then it's going to hurt a lot. Don't lift your arms. Don't do nothing. The pain honestly wasn't that bad. It's not that bad as you would probably think. It also depends on your surgeon. Also, it was pretty bad on my end because that same day I started my cycle. So it was like two pains at once. They give you the option to take like Tylenol or like prescribed medicine. Is it Oxycontin? It was something like that. I don't want to go that way, so I took the Tylenol instead. Also, no, I'll get to the next part, that part, a little bit later. I'll talk about preparation at the end. But the pain wasn't that bad, and you'll heal pretty quickly. It takes only about a month. You'll be fully healed by 6 months. Just make sure you oil your body and put cocoa butter on. Yeah. Someone also asked, can you still breastfeed? Yeah, it's still your boobs. It's not like it's fake boobs. It's your natural boob. It just got smaller. You can still breastfeed. However, your breast will get larger. Of course, when you're pregnant, your breasts get larger, and they'll be larger and lifted. Because when you get your boobs reduced, you are getting them smaller and lifted. They'll still be lifted, but they just grow. And that's why if you get it now and then you have a baby, then it's kind of just like have as many kids as you want until you can get it again, because you can always get it again. And yeah, it's all a natural thing. So you can still breastfeed. You'll be okay. There's nothing wrong, honestly. Did I lose feeling in my nipples? I actually didn't. It can happen though. I remember the doctor told me that it can happen. It's a possibility, but I didn't. If anything, it got hypersensitive a little bit. That's how I knew that I still had sensitivity in my nipples, and I still had feeling. But when but after a while, it doesn't, like if it's cold, it stays flat. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really harden up or anything as much. It hardens up at the most weirdest times, but you can still feel, I still have feeling in it. It honestly depends on the person. So, where are the scars? So, I would love to draw a diagram, but I can't draw. So, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to embarrass myself. I'm not stupid. Anyway, so these are my boobs, yeah? So, it will be under, so they cut around your nipple, so it'll be like around here, and then it'll be right here. under the boobs and on the sides. But they heal up pretty quickly, pretty well. They end up taking stitches out and whatever, and the stitches also dissolve. So you'll be okay. Like, it's not even noticeable. It's not a big deal. It's fine. What else? The preparation. Always go to the doctors, and before you get your surgery done, you have to go to the doctors one more time, just so you can see how everything is, how is your vitals, in order for you to go. Also, you have to take a blood test. I remember taking a blood test, but this is, of course, a couple months, like a month or two in advance. So you have to do all that, so the hospital and everything knows what's going on with you, if you're healthy enough to do it, and yeah. So there's that. Drink tons of water. If you already drink enough water, you're fine. But some people don't drink a lot of water. Always drink water. Drink tons of it so you can be healthy and hydrated, because you're going to go under anesthesia, and you need to be hydrated for that. You don't need to lose weight. You don't need to do all that unnecessary. And yeah, other than that, you'll be fine. It's a beautiful thing. It's a great thing. Nice process. It's a long process, but it goes by really quickly. Yes, once again, do take a month off. Even though you'll be fine after a week or a week and a half, you still really can't do much. You gotta take it slow. Do not rush the process. Please do not rush it, because you're going to regret it later. Some things can rip on the inside if you're too rough. Take it easy. Rest up. The first couple days will be a little bit hard because you have tubes in you. You got all these wraps on you to keep your breasts lifted for a little bit and stay in place. But for the most part, it's fine. It's easy. And the results are great. It's not going to stay hard and stiff like it would be for the first couple months. After a while, it's going to fall into place and look like actual boobs. So if you're in love with the whole stiffness, no. Also, if you were wondering, I went from 36, 38 double G to 36, 38 D. So they do look natural. They aren't as large. They always make sure your boobs, when they make it smaller, that it complements your body. You can't just tell them, oh, I want an A cup, and they'll just give it to you. No, they're going to give you what you need. So, but they will ask you, but they're going to give you what you need. That's all I'm going to say. So yeah, that's all. The questions answered. If you have any more questions, I could always make another video when I actually have pictures and stuff. So, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and bye.